Do you see this hair? Right, kind of. Or no, sorry, it's over here. It's this hair somewhere. You see that? Yeah. That's what happens when you have a cold and you're coughing a lot, and you drink a hot toddy on the night of time change, with like daylight savings time, whatever. If you don't know what a hot toddy is, it's Jack Daniels, honey, water, and lemon. Yeah. All right, so welcome back. It's episode number 6 of club number 2. We're with Chojniczanka Chojnice. We've had the winter break. So we've done winter break, we've done transfer window, we've done 2 leagues to make money, like friendly leagues. Went pretty well. We'll talk about that. And we're going to take a look at Stirling to see how they've done, because we've had some requests for that in the comments, and I was going to do it anyway, but let's make the people happy. So, as you can see, I went ahead and played one other game because I was bored, not going to lie, after the winter break, and we lost. So that was good. We played against Olympia Zabra, who we beat earlier in the season 3-2. This time we got waxed 0-3. Granted, they scored in the 77th minute, and I pushed the lineup. I went attacking, so it's like they kind of caught us on the break with the other 2 goals, and that's kind of inevitable. So before that, we were actually playing pretty even of a game. I just pushed and got a little aggressive. But we did a Welcome Back League and a Money League Part 2, because we did that with Stirling. We actually won the Welcome Back League against, KGHM Zagzlubin, which is in the Premier League above us. Lech, I don't know. Second in the Premier League above us, and then a 3rd division team. We won that league. It was all televised. We made like $90,000 in television revenue. Clutch. Then we did the Money League with some foreign teams, the Lyngby Boldklub, which is from the Danish Superliga. BK Häcken from the Swedish Premier Division, and Kalmar FF from the Swedish Premier Division. And I think we came in second in that. But again, like we didn't look terrible. Playing pretty well. We lost our friendly against Lechia or whatever their name is. But besides that, like, winter break went kind of nice. So let's take a look at the finances. You'll notice we're not at 400,000. We were at 400,000, and then we did. You see the spike here in the revenue and a little bit in the expenses. Those 2 leagues. Let's look here. Income. Yeah, look at that. TV revenue. Money League 2, 185,000. Welcome Back League, it says 0. That's not right. It might be combining those 2 because it was like 90 and 90. Or no, there it is. 90. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so a lot more money than I thought it was. So cool stuff going on there. Bringing in a little bit of revenue. So, we've stemmed some of the bleeding. Like, there's never been a spike here in the middle of the season. So we at least done our part there, But we have had some transfers. Some of them have been unfortunate. Let's review. Okay. So, we sold Makita. That was earlier in the season. So, in this window, we got rid of Peter Kirzul, who I was trying to get rid of the entire time. He's that older defender. He's 30 years old. Nothing wrong with him, except that he hates playing in big games, and he was, I think, like $425 a week, which was really expensive when you're trying to cut down on expenses. So, we essentially sold him for what he was worth. $11K is what it is. Same thing with Jakubowski, who was playing all right, not to fault the guy, but he's definitely more of a winger, and we don't play with wingers. We were using him in a defensive forward, deep lying forward role as striker, which just isn't his natural position. And again, he was like $325 or $375 a week, something like that. So we sold him off for what it was worth, $10K. I was finding it kind of hard to get more than what they were worth. I was trying to do add-ons and all that kind of stuff, and they were like, nope. So we've brought in some replacements, kind of planning for next season. Marek Paulak, youngin, right? 17, but he's got a load of potential. He's to replace Rabisky, attacking midfielder. I tried to get rid of Rabisky. Actually had an agreement with Vizdu, I think is how you say it, for like $3.5K. I was, again, just trying to cut down on the wages. And he said, no, I'm not signing with them. So he's gone at the end of the season. So bringing in Pollock here to, start to develop, but he's got loads of potential. I think he has the opportunity to be really good. Tries killer balls often, looks to the passer rather than attempting to score, which is how I use this in a support role here. So he's got some work to do for sure. But I mean, 75 a week, pick him up now. Patrick Kmiec, I don't know. Really just a poacher, but again, loads of potential. 18. We can develop him into an advanced forward. He's gonna have to work on passing and all that kind of stuff. But he's 18, has a lot of potential. I think he's a good pickup. He's already scored. He scored in the Money League. It was a laser beam too. So he's looked good. Again, like friendlies. Mateus Argazinski. Okay, already worth 20K for a free transfer, free agent pickup. But look at this guy, right? Lots of good stuff going on here. First touch, marking, like I was looking at him for that central midfield support role that we use, and he looks pretty good. His physicals aren't fantastic, but I think he's a really solid pickup personally. We brought in this guy from, again, Lechia or whatever it is, on loan for free. Because we have some unfortunate news on the striker front. So we were trying to just make sure we had some depth. It was in the window. I said, hey, let's go ahead and bring him in. So at least we've got him in case we need to use him. And he's not bad, right? Like good as a poacher, got pretty good free kick taking. So nice guy to have kind of sitting on the bench. And then last but not least, Simon Kaizak. Again, more of a winger, but he could play in the two roles right here that we use. He could play, again, he's more of a shadow striker. That'd be fine. But he's got 15 finishing, 10 first touch. I mean, look at this. If you put him on advanced forward, he actually looks really good. Already valued at 5K. He's back up. So we've got him training to pick up this role because that's when we're playing long term. Got him until the end of next year to see kind of how he develops. Or again, right now he's a winger, but I think he could do really, really well. He's already scored 2 goals. Again, in friendlies, but still 2 games, 2 goals. We'll freaking take that in a 7.55 rating. So, okay. So it's like, wait a minute. You brought in 3 strikers. Why'd you do that? We have some unfortunate injury news. Tomas. He's out. He's out through the end of his contract. Damaged cruciate ligaments. He's done. We can't afford him. He's $575 a week. He's considering retirement now that he's injured. I tried to see if we could get him as staff, but he's not interested right now. Maybe after he retires. But, yeah. Our strike force, leading goal scorer, 9 goals, 1 assist, 4 player of the match this season. He's done. So that's why we need to bring in some replacements. We also have unfortunate news about our goalie. Camille has signed a contract at the end of the season to join Arca, which is in the Premier League above us. Fair to him. We tried to sell him at the end of the transfer window, and essentially it came down to people were offering us like 3K, and I know he's worth more than that, but his value has dropped. Like people were offering like 17 or 20K or something like that at the beginning of the season. Maybe I should have sold then, but I think he's been really critical in our, like, the fact that we're in 6th place right now. So I'm actually okay missing out on the 3K in, transfer income to keep him for the rest of the season, because he wasn't going to sign with us anyway. So it's like we're paying 3K to keep him, and then they can have him, and that develops his career, and that's good for him, whatever. We just really need to find a replacement, because Dumiński is okay. He's just not fantastic. Maybe he could develop. I'm just not thrilled about him. So he may be who we end up going with next year. I don't know, but that's what's going on there. So some interesting stuff going on there from the transfer window. We looked at the finances. What else we need? We need like Stirling. Before we do that, you may have noticed as I click through the transfer screen, a familiar name, Scott Davidson. So I didn't want to go back in. I didn't want to like steal all of Stirling's players. Actually, most of them don't really look good for this level, which tells you the kind of jump in league that we've gotten, which is kind of nice to see. But they let Scott Davidson go on a free. Are you kidding me? He was legitimate. I mean, last season, I don't know what happened, right? 19 appearances, 2 goals. I don't know what they were playing. He was lights out for us this year. 9 player of the match awards. So they let him go on a free. They picked him up. He's been all right. 6'8", 7 appearances, 1 assist for Peterhead. And I said, I need young defenders that are cheap and can meet my board wants me to bring in, younger players. And I think he looks, strength 17, natural fitness, jumping reach. Like he was heading the ball like crazy for us. And his work rate's really high. He's really determined. I think he has potential to be a really good long-term player for us. It is kind of funny because obviously he's from Scotland. So it said, between now and when the transfer goes in at the end of the season, he's going to try and start to learn Polish. But good thinking, Scott. Good thinking, Scott. So we'll bring him in. We've got him signed, I think, as a backup, kind of a development prospect. But I think he's got potential for us. So that's who we're going to bring in there. So now let's look at the rest of Stirling. Ooh, okay, they were looking better just a little while ago during the window. They were up in like 5th place. So they've dropped a little bit. They're still well clear of automatic relegation. Kind of too close for comfort with the relegation playoff, I guess is what you call it. But they're not doing terrible, 10 losses, 7 wins, 11 draws, 10 losses. Jack Lametti, 9 goals on the season. I'm interested, what's going on with Blair Henderson? He is a backup now. He's only scored 4 goals. So Jack Lametti has taken the reins, and he's only a 6'5'8". So that doesn't look too good. He's at 210 a week. He got himself a nice little pay raise now, didn't he? We were paying him like 75. But that's what's going on there. Let's take a look at the club or the transfer history. Okay, so we brought in Josh Peters. Did we bring in... I don't think we brought in Ross. So they got Ross McIver. We can't see anything of what they brought in. Sam Robertson. Maybe some of you in Scotland know these names. I don't know. Kirk Sharp. So who'd they get rid of? Oh, they got rid of a lot of people. Okay. Good grief. They got rid of a lot of people. Ross Kavanagh, who's actually scoring goals in real life for Stirling. Saw that. They're on a good little run. If you haven't looked it up, look up the Ladbrokes League 2 right now. So we got rid of McNabb. McAllister walked. We got rid of Kavanagh and Davidson. Maybe this is us right here. Okay, they got rid of Chris Smith. Interesting. Starting goalkeeper. Sean Fleming, who was like that young, right back. Just wasn't developing, I guess. Lee Hamilton, who I thought was going to be legitimate, coming up and down this wing. He's playing for Brora. Where's that? Oh, he's down a league. Sorry about that, Lee. Liam Callahan. They got rid of Gavin Mitchell. Sold Darren Caldwell, who is, I guess, was one of our youth prospects. Got rid of Del McCarty. Got rid of Cammy Benny, who we had put out on loan, goalkeeper. Lewis Crawford, who was that, left winger. Morgan Reed, who was that developing. He was doing pretty good. He was loaned out to, I think, East Fife or... Oh, I guess we could go look, huh? East Kilbride. No, that was Corey Irvine. Sorry. Scott Davidson on a free, Greg Simpson on a free. They got rid of Moses. They got rid of Salim Nasser, who I thought was really going to develop there in that ball-winning midfielder role. And they did get rid of Corey Irvine, who was the one we had on loan. So I don't know if that's what you wanted to see, but that's what's going on with Stirling right now. One other thing that I wanted to show you is my reputation is now nominal, which is better than minimal. It's got like that little slice of that second star there. And I'm curious if you can give me some insight into why. So right now, right, we're 6th here. We were, I think, 5th leaving the window, and then we lost that game, the first game after the transfer window and the winter break, and we're in 6th. I don't think it's that, but I want to know what you guys think. Is it because we won the Welcome Back League against some of these bigger teams, and we did well in, the Money League? Again, friendlies, but like we beat a premier team 3-0. Now, again, it was probably like their lesser known one, but is it because it was on TV? Like, we've had some games on TV. Is that raising my reputation? I'd be curious if you have an answer for me there. But that's what's going on after the window. Let's look here. We're going to come back. We're going to play, because this is like a little run of games, right? 10th, 13th, 16th. We're going to play back-to-back games against Vizdu, and I don't know. I did Google Translate last time on this. I think it's like Zaglebi Zosnovic. Something like that. We're going to play the 2 home games back-to-back, and then jump ahead. We'll play the game on TV. So that'll be the next episode. If there was something that I missed that you wanted to see, certain players, whatever, let me know. We'll do it in the next one, or the next one after the next one, because I'm going to record this and throw it up on YouTube. If you're new here, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button that's going to be popping up there. Smash a like on there, and don't mind my wherever it is, my hair. All right, have a good one.